Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Baharakak Vadash. Alright, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to the elect Akim out there that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Alright, this is going to be about fearing the Lord. Because that's the vibration that's been going out recently. Through the Spirit, alright, and this is Joshua 24:14. Now therefore fear the Lord and serve Him in sincerity and in truth. Alright. Now, when you fear the Lord, it's like a certain type of respect. Alright. You know how you respect a distance from like a wild animal? It's because you fear if you get too close to it, it's gonna attack you. You know, that's like the same kind of respect and the same kind of fear that we have for the Most High. Alright, if we don't serve Him, then He's probably gonna, fuck you up. Alright? It says serve Him in sincerity and truth, alright? So don't be bullshitting and doing it for other reasons. Doing it for your own vainglory or some shit. You know, like that nigger, Sakari. Making a Hebrew awards, alright? Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? That nigga doesn't fear the Lord. He fears, how other men perceive him. So I'm gonna get that in a second. But, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood, and in Egypt, and serve ye Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai. You know? So put away, like, all the worldly shit that you've been doing. Alright? And if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You know, evil just means bad times. Like, oh, you catch too much hell when you're in the truth. You know, everybody starts to hate you. Look, motherfucker, if you don't like it, don't serve them then. If the burden is too much for you, then, whatever. Choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You know, that's basically what we say today, man. If you don't want to get down with this truth, then just go back into the fucking world, man. And fucking die. Alright. Let's see, I'm going to jump to Matthew. Chapter 10, verse 28. Alright, and it reads, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear Him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Alright? You know, that nigger Sakari is more worried about his reputation among, Israelites. Or the Israelite community. And he puts a bad name on Israel. Because, the scriptures say, not all Israel is of Israel, man. That nigga ain't an Israelite. He's not conducting himself as a prince of the power. Alright, Yashar Allah. He's more worried about, his fame and his glory. He's not worried about the Most High's glory. If he was really about Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, he'd respect the name, man. He wouldn't have gone to that fucking award thing. And it says, but rather fear Him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Alright, and hell is just an experience that you go through on earth. And That's why we stand boldly for this truth, man. We don't fear anybody that can kill us or torture us. Because, I mean, when you get persecuted for righteousness' sake, hey, man, that's a blessing. All right? Yahweh Shai said that's a blessing if you're persecuted for his name's sake. Which means you're going to have a special award in the kingdom, man. So, yeah, we want that to happen. We want that to happen. But what we don't want to happen is to be destroyed both soul and body in hell, man, by the living power. In fact, I'm gonna jump to Hebrews. Hebrews 10 and 31. Alright, this is Hebrews 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Alright, man, when you read all the testimonies that have come upon people against scoffers and the heathen nations, how the Most High, fucked up Egypt with those 10 plagues. Shit, just the plague of darkness. If you read Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter, it talks about the plague of darkness. Man, that shit makes you not want to go off ever. And then you read the stories about how the men of the Lord have feared the Most High and went through persecution. Like if you read that story in one of the Maccabees where they're trying to force that family to eat swine. They're like, nah, fucking kill me. And then they got to the youngest one, who was like a kid, and he saw his whole family get persecuted just because they wouldn't eat swine. And that kid was still bold. He was like, no, fuck you. My family just went through that shit. I'm not going through that. Fuck you. That's how you fear the fucking Lord, man. Don't worry about your fucking reputation, man. Oh, what if somebody I know might see me on the highways and byways? So the fuck what? Look, I've had that happen. Usually they just get confused and walk off, man. Worst comes to worst, they start telling everybody, but then, out of that, who knows, maybe the 1/3 or elect might wake up out of their loud mouth. Alright? Yeah, you might catch a little hell, but fuck, it's for righteousness' sake, man. Go through that shit! I'm gonna get my next preset. Get the Proverbs one. Proverbs 9, verse 10. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. Because when you start taking this thing seriously, and you see the judgment that's been laid out for these scoffers, for these 2/3, and these heathens, you're like, shit, I don't want that to happen to me. Yeah, you're gonna start reading. You're gonna start watching more videos. You start reading more scriptures. Because our righteousness is counted as filthy rags, man. You can't do enough. during the time of judgment, you're gonna ask yourself, man, did I do enough? Because it says the righteous shall scarcely be saved. Don't ever get too comfortable in this thing. Always improve. Because you can never do enough righteous works. I'm gonna get Philippians. Probably gonna end it with this. Alright, this is Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And the Apostle Tahar, he always says this. Because he always says, like, it's not about being in Great Millstone. If you find yourself cast away in fucking the North Pole by yourself, you still gotta push this truth. Work out your own salvation, away from his absence, man. Because don't just do it just to please the apostles and elders, man. This thing is for your sakes, man. It says, wherefore, my beloved. The reason why the Apostle Tahar, he says do 3 videos a week is so that you can fucking do more righteousness, do more of the works. And if you're just doing the bare minimum, that's not what he's trying to get you to do. He's trying to get you to fucking do it yourself. Want to make more than 3 videos a week. It's for your own benefit. If you're bitching and moaning that you have to make 3 videos a week, then fuck. But yeah, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Because at the end of the day, the men of the Lord can't save you. If your buddy is with them, and they are, let's say they are of the elect, and you're friends with them, you got to kick it with them, and that one of those persons of the elect liked you. Hey man, it doesn't fucking matter, man. It's all about the Most High's will. That's spiritual. I just saw 144, alright, driving to work. But if they're of the elect and they like you, hey man, it's not up to them to save you. Alright? Because Yahushua and Peter, they had beef. But the Most High was like, hey, I want him to be the head apostle. Because Yahushua favored the other 12 disciples before him. But that's why you gotta fear the Lord. Don't fear these men. Alright? Don't do this to please somebody in the fucking world, man. You can't put your trust in anything other than the Most High. You gotta have your own relationship with Yahushua and the Most High. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You gotta pray to them daily. I can't make you do that. We can tell you to pray more and fast more, but if you're not doing that yourself, hey, with that, I hope this video was edifying. Until next time, shalom.